so for this video we're going back to a band that I keep going back to a lot recently, and the reason being they released one of the best albums of last year. Of course, we're talking about The Cure, Songs of a Lost World. It's been out in different kind of variations, different colour vinyl, different sleeves, but this is the one I've been waiting on. And I've got to say I'm slightly disappointed in it. And what I'm talking about is The Cure, Mixes of a Lost World. So what they've done, so this has been conceived and compiled by Robert Smith. It's a new remix collection of tracks from the #1 album. The set features brand new remixes from people like Fortet, Paul Oakenfold, Orbital, and many more. I'm going to go through them all because I picked out the ones I kind of like, the ones I was kind of disappointed with. But overall, it's okay. I mean, I'll talk about the mixes in a minute. But as a Cure and Songs of the Lost World I'm just a completist, so I really need to have this in my collection. And the one I got was the Deluxe edition, so I'm going to explain the difference with this version of the album, on vinyl of course. It obviously got released on the 13th of June on Fiction Polydor, with all the recording royalties going to benefit War Child. The same thing again with the release, the picture disc of Head on the Door. All of that went to War Child as well, so well done, Robert Smith. It's also coming out on, it's a 3 LP, which is a deluxe edition we'll talk about now, but it's also coming out on 3 CD, a double vinyl black edition, a half-speed mix, so there's loads of different variations of this actual release. The one I've gone for is the deluxe edition. Now the reason being is it comes out on 3 vinyl, just black vinyl, I'm going to show you in a minute, and it comes with a poster as well. I'm going to talk about the sleeve and what it comes with, and then I'm going to talk about my thoughts on some of the remixes. I love the fact that you can differentiate between this and all the other kind of releases of Songs of a Lost World. Obviously, this is called Mixes of a Lost World. With the iconic, obviously wearing my T-shirt as well. The back here, you've got remixes from Paul Oakenfold, Orbital Mix, Daniel Avery. I'm going to tell my favourite mixes on here. There's a lot of mixes. As Punx Soundcheck, I mean, one of the bands I'd love to kind of remix would be The Cure. But I'd love to do something in the vein of The Walk, that kind of vibe. There's only one remix on here that's kind of along that vibe. I'm going to talk about it in a second. I'd go all out, but I do find some of these mixes are what I call lazy mixing, which I'll talk about in a second. Some of the mixes I wasn't impressed with at all. I mean, you've been given some amazing vocals to work with, amazing band, amazing tracks to work with. Is that the best you can do? Not all of them are bad. I said some of the ones you'd obviously think, yeah, they're going to be a good mix. I was really disappointed in, to be quite honest. I didn't think much of Paul Oakenfold's mix, the Orbital mix, and obviously because they're big names, they've whacked these on like side A in the first couple of tracks. I was really disappointed. I thought they were really lazy mixes, to be honest. Even the Fortet mix, I thought was really... I mean, it's their sound. But if I'm doing remixes, I'm thinking about dance floor, I'm thinking about clubs. A lot of these mixes can't be played in clubs. Some of them can. Some of them are kind of like, I feel, a kind of, dance mix by numbers. There's only a couple on here that I thought, yeah, really good. You've really kind of worked on the mix. My favourite mixes is the Anna Snyder mix, which is incredible. There's another mix on here. I can't find the name. I've written it down here, but I can't make out what. It's a really old school, kind of really Balearic, Ibiza mix. And it's Sally C. That's the mix. The Sally C is really good as well. You can imagine that like on the terrace of space at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's really got that kind of Balearic feel to it, which is a really good mix. The Daybreakers mix is great kind of club fodder, which I love. Great intro, good beats for the DJ, great vocal, great arrangement. The Daniel Avery mix is pretty good as well, and I love how solid that tracks with the kick and the snare, just really nice and solid, really well produced as well. But my favourite mix on this album is the Amy mix. As I said, if I was to do a remix of the Cure track, I'd go down that kind of Walk kind of view. The Amy mix is kind of as closest to that kind of sound as you possibly can get. But what I really like about this mix, it reminds me of the really early Get Physical releases from the early noughties. Very kind of electronic, but subtle with it as well. That mix is outstanding, and you know this package is worth that mix on its own. But yeah, overall pretty good. 3 pieces of vinyl, so if you're a vinyl DJ, they're good enough and pressed well enough that you can play these out. As I said, there's a good handful of really good mixes on here, but the ones you would expect to do amazing mixes, to me, are a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. But the mixes I did speak about are just outstanding. Go and check them out. So with the sleeve itself, it kind of opens up into 3 as well, which is great. So you've got all the credits and everything here. Again, you've got a variation of the artwork for the cover, you know, in kind of different colours and everything, obviously depicting a club scene. The inside, again, this is what I really liked about this album, is even the inside is all black as well, which is great. And I said that about the previous releases of Songs of Lost World, how the inside was all black. It kind of makes up for that. With this version, this is the only version that you get the poster with. Also the CD version, I think you get a poster with. And the poster itself is just exactly the same as the sleeve, but that would look great in any kind of wall. And then on the back, you've got lyrics and credits as well for the album, the songs on the album. As I said, the album, and I'm not going to talk about the album tracks, I've already done a video on the album. We know these tracks by now. It's incredible. It's one of my favourite, if not the favourite Cure album. And the fact they went to number 1 as well was just incredible. What an album. Vinyl 1, again, you've got the different coloured sleeves. The vinyl in itself is nothing to kind of write home about. It is literally just black vinyl. I think the colour on the label depicts what sleeve it belongs in. And it's got the artist, it's got the credits as well on it. The second one, and again, I'd assume the vinyl label would be the same colour as the sleeve. Yes, it is. So you know which belongs to what. Okay. And then the final one, which is blue, which is, I'd love to see the album in this colour, the artwork. It's got the Mogwai mix I forgot about here as well. The Mogwai mix is pretty good as well. And again, I'd assume the vinyl on here would be blue, and it is. Is it worth £50? Yeah, probably. Near free vinyl, really good sleeve, poster, some really good mixes on there. And that was the Cure mixes of A Lost World, and overall really good. But before I do that, you know I like my hype stickers. Well, this is the hype sticker that comes with it as well. And I hate the fact it's not on the cover. I have to pull it off and put it inside. So you've got the Deluxe edition. The Cure Mixes of a Lost World includes bonus LP remixes from Mogwai, Deftones and The Twilight. Yeah, I love my hype stickers. So is it worth £50? Yes, probably. I said the 3 vinyl edition, you get a few more extra mixes. The artwork is great. The fact you get the poster with it as well. And it just adds to that completist for the Cure Songs of a Lost World album. Let's see what they come out with next to do this album. There's loads more they can do with this. But Robert Smith, if you're listening, can I do a mix, please? I won't even charge you for it. Please let me do a mix. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.